I'm Shawn Cothran. I'm the owner of Always Best Care Senior Services in Wake Forest. Something that I love about Always Best Care of Wake Forest is that we don't have to choose whether someone gets care at home or whether we want to find a senior living community. I worked in assisted living, ran them for a little more than 10 years, and in assisted living, I think it's great. I think assisted livings are a great communal living situation for social functions, for meal, for safety, all of those things. I think seniors truly get a value and quality of life through living in a senior living community. But I also know there are some people that would prefer to stay at home, and they want to stay around their things, where they grew up, where their spouses and them built a life for them and their families. And in Always Best Care, regardless whether you want to find a senior living community or if you want to stay at home, we have the solution. And it makes me very proud to be a part of an organization like that and proud to lead a team like that. We don't have to try and convince you one way or another. If you want to stay at home, we're going to help. If you want to find a senior living, we're going to help. The thing that I'm most proud about with Always Best Care is the team that I work with. I think you'll never find a more dedicated, caring, and competent team that can meet your family's needs and truly has a desire to help. We've created new programs. We have a cognition program, a brain fitness program that we have rolled out that helps seniors with cognitive decline and helps people with their memory. We have a exercise program that we worked with a physical therapy company, so our caregivers can have a book of what to do for exercise when you come in. We do the virtual dementia tour training to teach our caregivers on what it feels like to have dementia and show a little more empathy and understanding. We also have a meal program. We have a menu book that we've designed for our caregivers so they can create meals and cook with our clients. So when I was young, my grandmother, she meant a lot to me. Her and her friends, they would come out when I used to work. My first job was at Applebee's, hosting tables. My grandma and her friends would come up to the restaurant at Applebee's, and it was the Belks ladies. Everybody loved them, and they were the party. They showed up, and they had more life than anybody else in the restaurant. And the bartenders loved them, the servers loved them. They used to love embarrassing me. And I remember honestly thinking that that's how I want to be when I grow up. Carefree, enjoying life. So my grandmother and I, we both ended up getting sick at the same time. We went to the doctor and found out that I had a cold, and my grandmother had lung cancer. It was very aggressive lung cancer. She ended up coming to stay with us through her dying days. So we had hospice out to help her. We created a basement apartment for her. So she lived with us until her dying days, and we were in a fortunate position to do that. Definitely gave me a perspective on what it's like to not only live with dignity, but to die with dignity, and to die with the people that you love and surrounded by the people you love. When I graduated, I went to culinary school. I wanted to go through hospitality and become a chef. I went to the Cooking and Hospitality Institute of Chicago, where I became an executive chef. I worked at a restaurant that we had a 450-person restaurant. We did weddings, we did parties. I actually did a cooking show in Bloomingdale's. And I learned through the course of my working in restaurants that hospitality and customer service is the key. There's a recipe there. It's not just about what you're doing, but how you're doing it and how you make people feel while you're doing it. After Chicago, I actually had the opportunity to move to Beverly Hills, California. I went down there so I could actually work in a fancy restaurant in Beverly Hills, and I just fell in love with it. It reminded me everything about my grandmother and the Belks ladies. We had parties, we would do socials, we would do happy hours, we would cook in the dining room. And they were so excited to live life, and they were excited about the experiences that they were still yet to have. In senior living, I worked my way up as a dietary director to become an executive director. And I think hospitality and customer service is the main thing. And I think anybody can help somebody to the bathroom, anybody can help you with a shower, but to do it with a smile and to do it and make somebody feel like they don't need help to a shower or they don't need help to a bathroom, that's so important. And sometimes we forget that. And as a child or as a parent of 2 children, I can only imagine how hard that is to help my mother in a situation like that, or how difficult it would be for my children to help me in a situation like that. That's where a professional organization like us comes into play, because we can be that professional that will help your mother or your father while you can continue to still be the daughter or the son. We're here to take that load off you. We're here to make sure that you don't have to feel that way, and honestly, they don't have to feel that way either. At Always Best Care, we're all caregivers first. I'm a caregiver, but I'm also the owner. My COO, Elizabeth, is our COO, but she's a caregiver as well. We know that the only way that we're going to benefit our clients is to make sure that we are in there with them and that we can show our caregivers with hands-on experience to make sure that we're not only creating great care, but we're creating pleasant days in doing it. Taking good care of our caregivers and our team is one of the most important things about what we do, because if we take good care of them, they're going to take good care of our clients. We offer in-home care and placement services. So whether you're looking for somebody 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week, we have no minimums. We identified a long time ago that some people just need help getting their spouse up. And if we can be that help, it's worth it to us to go out there for an hour to help them get up in the morning to make sure that somebody is not going to fall. We believe that people that need help should get help, regardless whether they want 24/7 or even if they just want 1 hour a month, a week, and keep a safe environment. That's what we want to do. Somebody may just need help getting up in the morning and make sure that they're set up for the day. We would much rather be able to support that than somebody trying to push themselves to the point where they fall. In my experience in assisted living, that's where a lot of people ended up coming. Sometimes home isn't the best situation for you. So we have our senior placement specialists that will help you find senior living communities. We're not going to pass your number out to a bunch of communities. They're going to go through us. You're not going to be bombarded with a bunch of calls. They will go with you to the tour, they will set up the tours, and they'll help be your confidant and your liaison through this process so you're not alone. That way you can at least have an idea of what you're looking for. Doesn't mean you have to move in anytime soon, but use us. It's a free service. We want to make sure that through the course of your time with Always Best Care and as our clients is a positive one. My name is Shawn Cothran. I'm the owner of Always Best Care in Wake Forest. It's a pleasure to serve you. It's a pleasure to serve the seniors in our community. If this seems like a good service for you or your loved one, please give us a call.